An earthquake, also known as quake temper or trembler, is the shaking of the surface of the earth resulting from a sudden release of energy in the earth atmosphere that creates seismic waves. Earthquake can range in intensity from those that so are weak the cannot be felt to those violent enough of propel objects and people into the air, damage critical infractions and wreak destruction across entire cities. The seismic activities of an area in the frequency, type, and size of earthquakes experienced over a particular time. Seismicity at a particular location in the earthquake, the average of rate seismic energy release per unit volume. The word tremor is also used for non-earthquake seismic rumbling. At the Earth's surface, earthquakes manifest themselves by shaking and displacing or disrupting the ground. When the epicenter of a large earthquake is located offshore, the seabed may be disabled sufficiently to cause a tsunami. Earthquake can also trigger landslides. In its most general sense, the word earthquake is used to describe any seismic event, whether natural or caused by humans, that generates seismic waves. Earthquakes are caused mostly by rupture of geological faults, but also by other events such as volcanic activity, landslides, many blasts, and nuclear tests. An earthquake point of initial rupture is called its hypocenter to focus. The epicenter is the point at ground level directly above the hypocenter. Major example: one of the most devastating earthquakes in recorded history was the 1556 Shanxi earthquake, which occurred in 23 January 1556 in Shanxi, China. More than 3,000 people dead. Most houses in the area were buildings falling out of landslides. Many victims were killed when these structures collapsed. The 1976 Russian earthquake, which killed between 40,000 and 650,000 people, was the deadliest of the 20th century. The 1960 Chilean earthquake is the largest earthquake that has been measured on a seismograph, reaching 90.5 magnitude on 22 May 1960. Its epicenter was near Sanet, Chile. The energy released was approximately twice that of the next most powerful earthquake, the Good Friday earthquake, 27 March 1964, which was centered in Prince William Sound, Alaska. The 10 largest recorded earthquakes have all been magnitude earthquakes. However, of these 10, only the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake is simultaneously one of the deadliest earthquakes in history. Earthquakes that cause the greatest loss of life, while powerful and deadly because of their proximity to either heavily populated areas or the ocean, where earthquakes often create that can devastate communities thousands of kilometers away. Regions most at risk of great loss of life include those where earthquakes are relatively rare but powerful, and poor regions with lakes unenforced of non-existent seismic building codes. Fault types: there are three main types of fault, all of which may cause an interplate earthquake: normal, reverse thrust, and strike slip. Normal and reverse faulting are examples of dip slip, where the displacement along the fault is and direction of dip and where movement of them involves a virtual components. The earthquakes are caused by movements on faults that have components of both dip slip and strike slip. This is known as oblique slip. The topmost brittle part of the earth crust and cool slabs of the tectonic plates that are descending into the hot mantle are the only parts of our planet that can store elastic energy and release it in fault ruptures. Rocks hotter than planet that can store elastic energy, about 300 degrees centigrade, 552 million flow in response to stress. They do not rupture in earthquakes. The maximum observed length of ruptures and mapped faults which may break in the single rupture approximately 1000 km. 6 20 milliliter examples are the earthquakes in Alaska 1957, Chile 1960, and Sumatra 2004, all in convection zones. The longest earthquake ruptures on strike slip faults like the San Andreas Fault 1857, 1906 the North Anatolian Fault in Turkey 1939, and the Denali Fault in Alaska 2002 are about half of the third as long as the length along subduction plate margins, and those along normal faults are even shorter.